A pleasant day to you, miss. This is 4th class Decadet Delima RG and our topic is the political self together with my classmate, 4th class Decadet Delmoro Anton Carl of Section Bravo Nautical BSMT1 students. When we say political self, it refers to a presentation of oneself about him or herself. A public identity one makes and constructs about him or herself to be. Political position based on the interest and perspective of one's social organizations. The topics to be discussed in this reporting would be first, developing a Filipino identity, values, traits, community, and institutional factors. Second would be democracy. Third one is who is a Filipino. Fourth one would be aspects in developing Filipino identity. And last one is citizens, duties, and responsibilities. So, first, how to be a good Filipino. We have here five things to be a good Filipino. First one would be an active Filipino citizen. Show your patriotism to your country and just telling them that you are a Filipino by heart and by blood. Second would be study the Philippine history. The Philippines have a lot of history and we need to encourage every people to know our history and the importance of it. Third one would be support local products. We have our local products such as fish and other materials just like a seed that can be also bought or bought by any foreign Filipinos that came here in our country. Fourth one would be speak the Filipino language. It is important for us to speak the Filipino language because it is our own way for our communication and we can show them how our language was really good. And last but not the least is do not spread fake news and be democratic in engaging with dissent. We need to be careful in spreading news, such as fake news can cause some things and may be harmful for us that can cause damage to other people. The next topic would be developing a Filipino identity, such as values, traits, community, and institutional factors. First one, the Filipino culture is a mix of both Eastern and Western cultures. The beliefs and traditions of pre-colonial Philippines were mainly an indigenous Malay heritage. The Malay temperament is a basic factor of a Filipino personality. When Spaniards colonized the islands, Hispanic cultures influenced the natives. Christianity became the dominant religion, and a Western-based social and political organization was established in the Philippines. Nowadays, you can see in the church, we have a lot of Christianity here, and that may be caused with the Hispanic culture that influenced our natives in the past years. The Americans shaped the modern Filipino culture, and this is primarily manifested by the widespread use of the English language in the Philippines today. It was from this influence that formed the Filipino character. So, nowadays, we can see that there are many Filipino who are talking English. They are talking to people, talking to their parents through a language which is English, not a Filipino language. This is also important because English, we can say that it is a global language. So, if we learn how to use it, we can communicate all over the world. Next one would be what is democracy? Democracy is a government in which the supreme is vested in and under exercised by the people directly or indirectly through a system of representation, usually involving periodical held free elections. Although democracy has several flaws, it also uniquely possesses a number of features that most people, whatever their basic political beliefs, would consider desirable. Here in our country, We have here a democratic country, and also we can see a democratic country now in the US. By living in peace, we have a democratic country, and there's an easy life for us, but we need also to be careful in our government. So we have here the examples. So democracy helps prevent cruel and vicious autocrats from ruling. Second would be it fosters human development, such as health education, personal income, and any other indicators more fully than do other forms of government. In a democratic government, humans can develop themselves because we have democracy that we can do whatever we want, or what we call the freedom that we can do whatever we want. Third one would be democracy helps protect fundamental individual rights and interests. It teaches us our rights that people we have a right to live, and being in a democratic government, this right is important because we can use this one for our own protection and also on how we do in our everyday life. So next one would be democratic societies provide people the maximum opportunity to take moral responsibility for their choices and decisions. Next one would be democratic societies offer a relatively high chance of political equality. Also in political, we have an equality that all of us is equal in politics if we have a democratic government. So the next topic would be who is a Filipino? So Filipinos are often referenced to globally renowned personalities like Manny Pacquiao in boxing. We can see it in Las Vegas when he have a fight. And also Leia Salonga. She's a good Filipino singer. Michael Cinco, who have made Filipinos recognize around the world through their expertise. However, being a Filipino is far more than just being independent. Related to the notable figures. Independence Day and Buwan ng Wika celebration prompt us to go back to our roots and reflect on the question, who is a Filipino? Filipino is far more than just being related to these notable figures such as Manny Pacquiao. In our celebrations of independence, there is an history about it, on how we reach our independence and how we are proud to become a Filipino. So next one would be the Filipino values and traits. The Philippines is a lush island paradise famous for its grandeurs, mountain views, pristine beaches, and rich and diverse culture changing from province to province. Tourists who have visited the Philippines can never forget the big and bright smiles and greeted them. The colorful and loud jeepneys, the common Filipino phrases such as mabuhay and salamat, and habits such as saying po and opo to the elders, leaving shoes or slippers at the front door before entering a house, and the importunate asking of kumain ka na ba? Meaning have you eaten yet? That's the values of the Filipino, and nowadays I can see it in the modern one that we still use it for our respect to other people, and also this is just shows how good a Filipino is. Next one would be we have here the examples of the traits and values of the Filipinos. First would be the Filipino hospitality. A Filipino trait that is known everywhere is the Filipinos brand of hospitality. Filipinos welcome their guests and tourists as if they are their own brothers and sisters. They always make their guests feel at home, offering them something to eat or even a place to stay. It's like from my experience, when we have a fiesta in our barangay, my mom really give all the new things to our visitors. Unlike if there are not visitors, we just use an old things. So it just shows how hospitable we are.